This story is coming from Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico. So this lady says that one day one of her friends showed up to her house just for like a random visit. She says that this friend was like one of her only friends who was super into like tarot card reading or like seeing mediums and stuff like that. So she says that they had breakfast and everything went normal like any typical friends, and then her friend went home. So she says that very same night she's at her kitchen table and she's working on some crafts, and out of nowhere she feels like if someone blew air at her like this. My breath smells good, bitch. Don't even fucking try it. She says that when she felt that weird sensation, something told her to look to the side, and she saw like a really dark shadow, almost like going up the stairs in her home. Now, for some reason, she says that she didn't really give it that much importance and she went about her night. What? She says a few days passed and she is starting to feel very depressed, like very negative. And she says that she would sell pants, so she would go to like a tailor who would cut the pants and fix them for her. So this is a tailor that she uses all the time, so obviously they're very familiar with each other. And while the tailor was working on the pants that she brought, the person asked her if she was okay, and she was caught off guard because she's like, what do you mean? And that the tailor tells her, well, your eyes look so different. So she felt comfortable telling the tailor what happened, where like friend came over and then that night like I saw a shadow and I've been feeling very depressed. So the tailor listens to everything she has to say and tells her, hey look, every Thursday I go to this Catholic church and we pray over like people who are sick and things like that. Why don't you come and join us that day? She admits that she hesitated on going because she wasn't a believer in like God or religion. However, she did end up going because she was like, what do I have to lose? Thursday comes and she goes to the church, and she says that the priest actually introduced himself to her and asked if she was coming there for a reason, and she was like, no, I'm not coming for a specific reason, I just wanted to join today. She says that the priest was really nice and asked her to go ahead and take a seat, and they were just waiting for more people to show up. So she says that she went to go sit down, and after a while she noticed that the priest sat next to her and that he turns to her and says, I think you're here for a reason, right? And then she's like, no, I'm not here for like any specific reason, I just wanted to join. She's like, everything's good, I'm good. And he's like, then why is your soul afraid? She says that the second he says that to her, she stayed in shock, and that the priest went on and said, your eyes tell me everything. Instead of like responding to him, she said that for some reason she started crying hysterically, and once she calmed down a little bit, she explained her situation to the priest, and he held onto her hand and says, you know what, don't even worry, we're gonna start praying in a little bit and we're gonna help you. So she says everybody got there and the priest started talking, and then they asked for her to come to the front. And when she got to the front, the priest asked if anybody would like to come forward and pray for her, and a lot of people did come. The people who volunteered to pray for her started putting their hands on like random spots on her body, and that they all started praying for her. But the second these people started praying over her, she almost felt like she couldn't breathe, like something really heavy on her chest. When she started feeling this way, the priest came close to her and tells her, you have it on your back, like you are carrying something on you. He says that he believes that her friend, because bitch, that is not a friend, left something at her house that day that she went to go visit. The next thing the priest did was like get some sort of like wax and put some ash on it, and he put it on her chest. She says the second that he put that stuff on her chest, she almost felt like somebody punched her so hard. The hit felt so hard that it almost like took the air out of her. And the priest noticed this like reaction from her body, so he's like, are you okay? And she's like, no, that really hurt me. And he was like, okay, good, I'm gonna do it again. He told her that he was gonna continue to do it because whatever is attached to her was refusing to leave, and that is why she was feeling like those blows to her chest when he was simply just like putting the stuff on her. The more he did it, the less she felt that like punch, and it took him about 3 to 4 tries for her to finally not feel that like hurt in her chest. So when they were finished, he gave her a bottle of holy water and tells her she needs to cleanse her house 3 times a week. And he tells her, you need to cleanse your home from the top to bottom, like every corner, every bedroom. She listened to him, and she's happy that she went to church, because before this she was not a believer. She continued to go to church after this, and she says that nothing had happened after that again. Y'all need to be careful who you bring home, because a friend did this to her. With friends like these, who needs enemies? But anyway, what do you guys think?